Welcome to YouTube Automation with AI, the podcast for creators hungry to run faster channels on autopilot. In this episode, you'll hear how YouTube's new AI overviews might rewrite search results, why custom-generated soundtracks and beat sync shorts could triple your upload speed, and what an expanded deepfake shield means for your brand. We'll also reveal a policy tweak affecting ad revenue, a premium experiment, and a shocking cartoon scandal threatening kids' content. Let's dive in. Imagine waking up tomorrow, opening YouTube on your phone, and before a single thumbnail can shout for attention, a small block of text materializes at the top of your search, an AI-generated overview. Just one or two crisp sentences distilling the very essence of the videos beneath it. It's like the platform itself leans over and whispers, "Here's the nugget you really need." That feature is called AI Overviews, and as of late April, it's being trial run for a sliver of US premium subscribers who search primarily for travel tips, tech troubleshooting, and product reviews. The summaries are produced by Google's latest Gemini 2.5 model, which chews through titles, transcripts, even comment sections to anticipate the user's intent with uncanny speed, often completing the process in under a second. Creators have responded with a cocktail of curiosity and dread. On one hand, better targeting could mean higher quality viewers, people who read the AI digest and still choose to click because they know a video matches their exact need. On the other, if that micro summary satisfies casual skimmers, it could siphon away the ad watch minutes that pay the rent. Forums buzz with split opinions. Some channels report that early tests actually increase click-through rates on longer tutorials because the text promises value up front, while others fear their carefully built intros may never be seen at all. Industry analysts note the deeper story. YouTube is training Gemini not just to reference creator content, but to rewrite its own front door, shifting the algorithm's role from silent librarian to active critic, capable of shaping viewer expectation before the first frame rolls. If that role expands, the platform itself becomes co-author, an invisible second voice layered atop every channel. And discovery is only the first domino. On April 9th, YouTube unveiled custom instrumentals inside Creator Music, a deceptively simple dialog box where you type a vibe prompt like dark ambient, cyber noir alley, 85 BPM, press a green button, and seconds later a royalty-cleared track appears, perfectly looped to the length of your upload. Gone is the scramble for Creative Commons playlists or the nervous hope your chosen beat won't trigger a copyright claim. The demo video shows a travel vlogger sipping espresso while the AI churns out a synthwave bed he can adjust by nudging tempo, instrument mix, or emotional tone. All changes regenerate in real time, turning what used to be an afternoon of music surfing into a 2-minute pit stop. The team didn't stop there. In the very same Creator Insider broadcast, they revealed a companion upgrade to Shorts editing, a beat-matching routine that analyzes any song, whether AI-generated or licensed, and snaps your raw clips to the rhythm. Think of those satisfying jump cuts where each camera angle switches exactly on the snare. Now imagine the machine doing it automatically, freeing the creator to focus on storytelling. Early beta testers love it. One skateboard channel said it trimmed an hour of manual keyframing off each 30-second short, letting them upload 3 times as often without sacrificing that polished music video feel. The bigger picture is that YouTube is chipping away at every friction point, sourcing music, timing edits, color grading, until publishing feels less like post-production and more like assembling Lego bricks. Still, the same generative horsepower that fuels creativity can also forge trouble. Deepfake scams, voice cloning, and cheap face swaps have exploded across social media, and YouTube is drawing a line with its newly expanded likeness detection program. Initially offered only to a handful of top creators, think Mr. Beast-sized channels or celebrity musicians, the tool continuously scans new uploads for biometric matches. It doesn't stop at faces. Waveform analysis listens for voice print signatures, flagging uploads where an AI mimic tries to pass as the real person. When a match occurs, the original creator can review the clip, confirm it's unauthorized, and trigger an expedited takedown that bypasses the standard copyright maze. Critics applaud the move yet argue it protects the rich before the vulnerable. YouTube counters that the pilot phase will expand once detection accuracy proves reliable at scale. Politically, the platform is lobbying to codify these protections in the bipartisan No Fakes Act, positioning itself as a proactive guardian rather than a passive host. Automation isn't just policing faces, it's multiplying voices. A separate April update quietly unlocked auto-dubbing for more channels, letting creators generate synchronized foreign language audio tracks within YouTube Studio. Currently, 9 fully supported languages roll off the assembly line: Spanish, French, Portuguese, German, Italian, Japanese, Indonesian, Hindi, and Turkish, while a carousel of experimental options hovers in beta. The system preserves timing and mouth cues well enough that casual viewers often assume the creator re-recorded the dialogue. Metrics from early adopters are eye-opening. Canadian science teacher's solar eclipse explainer, originally English only, gained 180% watch time from Brazil in a single weekend after he toggled on Portuguese. The only manual step required was a quick listen-through to tweak obscure jargon, proving that localization no longer requires a budget or a studio, just a willingness to trust AI. And that trust extends to packaging. The April Creator Insider episode also introduced AI Assist, a suite that suggests punchier hooks, A/B tests thumbnails, and even drafts community polls derived from the most upvoted viewer comments of the past month. Hover over a draft title and the dashboard displays a predictive curve. Here's your likely click-through rate. Here's the retention drop-off zone. And here's how a single word swap might add or subtract thousands of views over the first 48 hours. Some veterans complain that such data nudges every title towards sameness. How many videos can sensationalize with "you won't believe" before audiences tune out? Others embrace the numbers, arguing that creativity and analytics aren't enemies, but dance partners, each sharpening the other. The analytics revamp dovetails with March's monetization policy update that explicitly blesses AI-assisted content, provided the human creator adds significant value. The phrase reads vague, but YouTube breaks it down: commentary, education, transformation, or new narrative structure. A pure dump of machine-generated slides and text-to-speech narration could still be demonetized. The intent is to discourage single-click spam channels while rewarding thoughtful hybrids. Industry watchers saw the rule coming. Venture-backed SaaS platforms now sell end-to-end YouTube automation, promising scripts, synthetic voices, royalty-free footage, and SEO-optimized metadata for $79 a month. Investors hail these services as infinite micro-studios. Traditional creators fear an oversupply of faceless clones will flood every niche and push CPMs downward. By signaling human input required, YouTube stakes out a middle road, inviting AI innovation without sacrificing authenticity. Subscription models are shifting too. May 5th brought news of a 2-person premium tier, a discounted plan aimed at roommates or couples who find the family package overkill. At first glance, that seems orthogonal to AI, but read between the lines. Paid tiers are often test beds for bleeding-edge features like AI overviews. Analysts suspect the Duo plan will accelerate uptake in demographics less likely to pony up for a full family membership, thereby widening the pool of users who can pilot new generative perks. An even more intriguing leak points to something called Subscribe Plus, a yet unnamed channel-level add-on where creators can gate AI-generated bonus content, alternate endings, behind-the-scenes breakdowns, personalized shoutouts, behind a micro paywall. While YouTube has not officially confirmed the timeline, code sleuths found strings referencing Plus content offer in recent studio builds. If launched, Subscribe Plus could turn generative speed into direct revenue. Crank out 3 alternate storylines of your horror short, feed them to the model, and fans can binge them for $2 a month without the creator hiring extra actors or editors. But for every bright idea, a dark mirror lurks. 5 days ago, Wired published a chilling expose revealing dozens of channels using generative AI to produce cartoon gore and sexualized violence disguised as kid-friendly content. The clickbait formula echoes 2017's infamous ElsaGate scandal, yet AI supercharges the cycle. Creators vomit out hundreds of permutations, each slightly different, faster than moderators can react. Thumbnails show smiling kittens. The videos devolve into dismemberment or fetish scenarios seconds in. YouTube responded by terminating channels and retraining classifiers, but child safety groups argue the arms race has accelerated. They're calling for cross-platform sharing of harm hashes and transparency reports that publicly grade the accuracy of AI filters. YouTube says more is coming. Stricter upload cooldowns for flagged accounts and real-time nudity and gore detection tuned specifically to synthetically generated frames. Meanwhile, Google's overarching Gemini roadmap gallops ahead. Benchmarks released last month showed Gemini 2.5 Pro scoring 84.8% on video MME, a dataset testing multimodal comprehension of moving images. Translation: the model can watch a clip, understand context, answer questions, and suggest edits almost as well as a caffeinated human editor. YouTube engineers already prototype interfaces where Gemini not only summarizes but proposes chapter markers, inserts calls to action at predicted retention cliffs, even offers interactive fork points. Want to see a budget version or a premium version of this recipe? Pick now. If these experiments ship, the divide between passive video and choose-your-own-adventure could blur in mainstream uploads by year-end. Corporate teams inside Google Workspace are piloting Gemini for internal meetings. Record a Zoom, press a button, and out pops a 2-minute highlight reel with auto-generated captions, background score, and clickable agenda timestamps, essentially a private YouTube short for employees. Insiders hint that the same pipeline could roll out to YouTube creators as meeting mode, letting collaborators condense hour-long brainstorming calls into slick behind-the-scenes shorts. For vloggers building transparency with fans, that's priceless. Content with no extra filming, delivered almost in real time. Let's pause and humanize these changes. Picture a mid-tier creator, call her Maya, running a sustainable fashion channel with 350K subscribers. Last year, she uploaded once a week, hand-editing each video. This spring, she adopts custom instrumentals, auto caps, and beat matching. Suddenly, she can publish twice weekly without sacrificing polish. She toggles on auto dubs, and her styling tips find Spanish-speaking audiences in Mexico City. YouTube's predictive title tool nudges her to swap eco-wardrobe overhaul for transform your closet on $50, and click-through jumps 4%. Her watch time grows, the algorithm smiles, and sponsors pay accordingly. But Maya also worries about identity theft. Last month, a deepfake surfaced featuring her voice hawking a dubious diet pill on TikTok ads. She's not yet eligible for YouTube's likeness pilot, so she relies on manual DMCA reports, which take days. She tweets at YouTube and lobbies, alongside dozens of mid-sized creators, for broader access. Their argument lands. The company announces Phase 2 expansion for verified creators under 1 million subscribers by summer, contingent on detection accuracy scaling up without flooding staff with false positives. At the same time, hobbyists flirt with full automation. A college student named Raul uses a third-party suite, scriptwriter, avatar generator, AI lecturer voice, to spin up an astronomy facts channel. He publishes daily, each video costing pennies in GPU credit. Within weeks, he ranks in Portuguese search because nobody else uploads at that cadence. Purists roll their eyes at the robotic intonation. Viewers seem unfazed, hungry for concise explanations of black holes. Raul's CPM is low, but volume compensates. YouTube's new ad suitability review, slowed to 24 hours for AI-heavy uploads, sometimes delays his revenue report, but the system seems to trust him more each week. That example underscores a strategic tension. YouTube must encourage experimentation without drowning viewers in soulless spam. Significant value remains the fulcrum. The platform treats it like a living standard, promising periodic clarifications. Insiders hint that future policy might require visible human presence for certain niches, news, health, finance, echoing how Google prioritizes EAT in search results. Viewer culture is adapting too. Comment sections sprout a new compliment. Can't believe the blend. You and AI nailed this. Subreddits trade tips on forcing AI overviews to appear by tweaking search phrasing. People test which queries trigger the feature, then screenshot their discoveries like birdwatchers documenting a rare species. A cottage industry of overview optimization consultants emerges, predictable, perhaps, but attesting to the gravitational pull of any new recommendation layer. Live streaming stands to benefit next. Rumors, spotted in code strings labeled LiveGuard, suggest Gemini's Thinking Budget API could be wired into chat moderation. Picture a big esports stream. Thousands of messages a minute, each scanned by the model that weighs context with larger token budgets for suspicious patterns. The theory is to catch hate raids before they erupt, timing out offenders in milliseconds, something impossible for a human mod crew. Speed is crucial. If lag creeps above 150 milliseconds, chat feels gluey, so engineers are gambling that smarter asynchronous buffering can keep pace. Universities and nonprofits watch these developments with equal parts hope and caution. Common Sense Media published an April white paper urging platforms to share AI classifier datasets publicly so external researchers can audit for bias. The same report applauded YouTube's quick takedown of cartoon gore channels, but criticized opaque metrics. How many uploads slipped through? What was the average response time? YouTube answered by promising quarterly transparency reports breaking out synthetic-based violations. The first of these is slated for July and will be the most granular safety data in the platform's history, if delivered. Education creators, meanwhile, formed an open-source consortium dubbed EduFlow. Their pledge: pool Patreon revenue to train a transparent language vision model fine-tuned on peer-reviewed sources and CC-licensed imagery. The goal isn't to outrun Gemini, but to keep an ethically aligned option in the ecosystem, one that can suggest citations, auto-insert attributions, and recommend further reading at the end of a video. Beta builds already produce time-stamped bibliographies in MLA format, music to every teacher's ears. Taken together, these narratives sketch a rapidly evolving media city, avenues of convenience opening daily, but alleyways of abuse morphing just as fast. For creators, the playbook is becoming clear. First, audit your workflow. Which tasks drain creative energy? Automate them. Beat matching, subtitles, initial script drafts, hand them to the machine. Second, guard your identity. Register for likeness protection the moment it reaches your tier. Third, disclose. Viewers may forgive AI assistance. They punish deception. Fourth, invest human effort where it's irreplaceable. Emotional pacing, personal anecdotes, community engagement, nuanced humor. Those remain stubbornly non-generative. For novices, the barrier to entry is barely a speed bump. Anyone with a laptop and imagination can tap into automated script generators, synthetic voices that outclass 2018's best text-to-speech, and now, in creator music, soundtracks that adapt like chameleons. The challenge shifts from technical to conceptual. What story do you tell? Abundance of tools means scarcity of originality. For veterans, automation is less about quantity and more about headroom. An investigative journalist may spend 3 extra days on deep research if rough-cut assembly happens overnight. A travel vlogger can shoot twice as many cities because customs paperwork is no longer accompanied by marathon edit sessions in hotel rooms. AI yields surplus creative capital, and the wise invest it back into the thing algorithms can't fabricate: lived experience. We end where we began. The 5-second AI snapshot at the top of search results. Some call it a threat, others a shortcut, but everyone agrees it forces clarity. If you can't articulate, in a single dazzling sentence, why your video deserves attention, the algorithm will try to do it for you, and may do it poorly. So the creator's craft narrows to a diamond tip. Define the promise, refine it, and let the machines handle the scaffolding. Next time you're drafting a title, consider that somewhere in Mountain View, Gemini is parsing your rough cut, ready to sell its own mini-pitch to viewers before you can. Make sure the pitch it borrows from you is pure, compelling, undeniable. Because whether you're capturing windsurfers at golden hour or unboxing a space-age espresso machine, the future of YouTube is arriving sentence by sentence, beat by beat, synthetic and human entwined. The choices you make, how much to automate, how openly to disclose, how fiercely to protect your voice, will sculpt not just your channel, but the culture of this vast, restless city of video we all call home.